What is going on, guys? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling, back at it again with a brand new stream, and I am joined with.
Uh, Me. Hi. I'm Wolferus. As usual, I tend to come by for these predictions.
and
Oh,
to do NXT Stand and Deliver predictions.
okay.
Oh, everything's good on your end?
Yeah. I thought I died for a second. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're all good.
Yeah,
But
you
we're
kind of like.
we're
Sorry.
we're gonna do some Stand and Deliver predictions for 2023, and yeah, it's next week. How do you feel about the show?
Mania weekend just got even crazier. Honestly, like Mania itself, WrestleMania itself was just so amazing, so stacked, and it's not even fully like done. Like the match card for
Yeah.
WrestleMania isn't even done yet. Uh, but like now with Stand and Deliver, this gives us more like great matches. Like wow.
Yeah, definitely. There seems to be a lot of great matches on this card, and I'm genuinely impressed by all the star power that's in it. Like Jojo said right there, not the
Mhm.
biggest NXT fan nowadays, but I'll be tuning in. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. It
Personally, I just got into regularly watching NXT. I watched a little bit like clips from Black and Gold era and 2.0, but like now I'm just actively watching NXT.
Yeah, I tuned in last week. It seemed to be a very fucking great show, and I am very much looking forward. We got Johnny Gargano in this fucking card. Like,
Oh my
really?
god.
Um,
I'm so happy.
I'm so hyped. Yeah.
I felt a little bad for him that he's like not at Mania, but like once he got announced as Grayson Waller's opponent, I'm like, yeah, I don't care that like at first I was like, why is he back in NXT? And then I saw the whole thing with him and Waller. I'm like, oh yeah, please kick his ass.
Yeah, be like this is like a year in the making, so it's
Yeah.
like
All
long-term
right.
booking,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, long-term booking for the win. Um, and yeah, oh, I miss old NXT days, to be honest. Takeover was great. Hopefully this is good. This does have a potential to be a takeover worthy card, if I
Yeah.
do say so myself. Right now, I think according to my chart here, there's 7 matches confirmed right now. Um,
Yes.
and
Yeah, that seems like a normal ish. I think it's normal for stand and deliver. Like NXT pay per views tend to have this much, around this
yeah,
much. So I think this is normal for stand and deliver, especially since it's a one night thing. It's not like WrestleMania where it's 2 nights, but
yeah, I
this
can
is a
definitely
normal
understand that.
pay per view amount of matches. I do have a gripe
All right,
with the match card. Um, so
like what?
there are I okay, I'm not happy with the women's matches, to be honest.
Uh, like the women's tag title
Both,
match?
both. I'm like a little upset because the
Roxanne.
okay, so the tag title match isn't that bad. The problem is it's kind of way too obvious. It's like everyone knows who's going to win. I feel like I don't know unless they
Y-
like swerve
Yeah,
with like one last minute like crazy
like
surprise turn, roll
shenanigans.
turn. Like I don't know, but more on
Yeah,
that later. And then the ladder
I can
match.
understand that.
The ladder match. I'm so confused by it. Tiffany literally just came back and she's already handed an NXT Women's Title match in her first pay-per-view match. Uh,
Dragon Lee shows up and gets a championship match, so just
okay,
be
well, it's
happy that Tiffany
I
qualified.
I mean, it's Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is like a wrestling. Is like
Yeah, I
becoming
know
a
that, but it's
huge
like
wrestling legend.
the casual
But
fan
like,
would be like, "Whoa, what's this guy doing here?" But yeah, I guess that's why it's like, "Hey, Wes Lee gets to choose all his opponents." More on that
true.
later. Um,
But like Tiff, I don't know. I felt when I saw the qualifier match. I'm gonna be honest. I have a hot take. I'm not that like I'm not really into the Tiffany Stratton hype train. I understand she's good,
yeah,
but her qualifying over Indy is hella sus.
I don't know. I feel like Indy's kind of gone that route of being the jobber for NXT women
It's
at this
so
point.
stupid. Like,
It's sad. They should have just had Indy get called up with Dexter Loomis. I feel
yeah,
like
she should be on. She should like. I feel like she would be like potential like title contender on the main roster even by
yeah.
now. Like she basic because she would supposed to be on the main roster for like years. She hasn't been. She's been chained to NXT. I'm like, why?
Reunite her with Candice LeRae instead of the stupid Nikki Cross shit too. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand
like
that.
or hell, even though Nikki, Candice, Indy, like all three of them could
Like a
work.
stable.
Maybe, yeah,
I don't
like
know. I would have just left Nikki Cross
or
alone.
hell, maybe Indy can turn heel and join Damage Control. I don't know,
No.
but
Okay.
uh,
So let's go over these matches one by
more on
one.
that later.
Yeah,
So
and
what are
give
we
our
starting
thoughts.
with?
I'm starting off with Schism, taking on Tyler Bate and Chase U essentially in an 8-person tag team match, which includes the women, which is weird,
Yes,
but
yes. I actually like that. I'm actually happy that that match is the only match involving any women that I'm happy
one's the
about.
Rock's daughter.
Yeah, I'm actually happy that Ava Rain is finally wrestling, and her first big match is now on Stand and Deliver. Uh, it's interesting. I've actually been intrigued by this story. Not gonna lie.
What does
More
Schism
so.
want to do with Chase University though? What the fuck?
Yeah, that part was like a head scratcher, but like I I do like the more this regarding the story. I think the more intriguing part is through Chase U and not through Schism's just like helping show that where the
Yeah,
real story is within Chase U with Duke Hudson and
yeah,
Andre
because
Chase.
the girl, I think her name, yeah, Thea Hall,
Hmm.
uh, is like kind of traumatized by Schism,
Yeah.
and
I
Duke
did
Hudson's
not
sick and tired of
expect
it.
Tyler Bate to just come out of nowhere and like.
Me too. I was so confused about that. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck, my
I mean,
man Tyler Bate?
I thought it was like so. I actually liked how he was being like this whole like chill like guru like gimmick thing that he's doing for the especially, but like I like it. I like Tyler's like new like shtick, but
I think he was
I
better
was
off in
just
that
like,
North American title
eh,
Fatal 5-way. I think he was better off in that North American title Fatal
yeah.
5-way.
But yeah, but again, I'm not like opposed. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to see. Um,
Who do you think is gonna win though?
I I think it has to be Chase U.
It has to be Chase U. There's no way that they're gonna allow the
Yeah,
boys over at Schism to run Chase U.
yeah. Like, okay, here's what I think might happen. Here's my prediction, I guess. Uh, I'm gonna say Chase U wins, and
Okay.
afterwards, Duke Hudson turns heel.
And then what? Joins Schism, goes out on his own.
I don't think he needs to join Schism. I think he's just gonna feud with Andre.
That would be pretty sweet though. Duke
Yeah,
Hudson's pretty good. Like
yeah,
I think he can handle himself quite well.
yeah,
Chase Hughes actually kind of overstayed its welcome for me. Like I
yeah,
don't like it seems like Andre Chase is doing the discount Drew Gulak in like their
yeah,
PowerPoint presentations and shit like that. Not saying
yeah,
Andre's bad, but it's like I've seen it before. Um
yeah.
Schism again,
Andre's
also
good
not my
though.
cup of tea.
Andre's,
Oh
I
yeah, no,
do,
I'm not denying that. It's
yeah,
just a
I-
gimmick.
yeah. I personally like the whole, like Andre's fun to watch, with the whole Chase U thing, but like
Yeah.
I could see if they like wanna keep like maybe Thea and Duke in NXT and then call up Andre and then he like branches, basically expand it to main roster or something. I don't know, but
Chase U collabs with Alpha Academy confirmed.
oh my god, that would be so funny. uh but yeah, there's no reason Schism would win.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I they don't need it anyway. Like Schism is like good without this win.
Well, instead of we're gonna take over NXT, we're gonna take over a whole fucking university. Hooray!
Yeah.
I don't get it. Okay,
I
so I
don't
guess we both agree that Tyler Bate and Chase U come out with a win.
I could see maybe the rivalry like extending it in a way, like not through Chase U. I'm sorry. I don't think Chase U and Schism like stays continuing exactly. I could see uh them branching away, Chase U away from Schism, and where it's just basically mostly Bait and Gacy.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that'd be fun though.
I could see Tyler Bay and Gacy like continuing, but yeah, Chase U and Tyler Bay for sure is winning.
Yeah, it seems like Rayon, thank you for joining the stream, says to think that as well. So yeah, I guess we
Yeah.
both agree there. Chase U and Tyler Bate for the win. Next, I've got Gallus versus the Creed brothers versus the family, Tony D'Angelo and Stax in a triple threat tag team match for the NXT tag team
This is
titles.
hard for
Me
me.
too. My heart says
This is
Creeds, but then I think that they're going to the main roster, so I don't know.
yeah, I would love to see Creeds come to main roster as well as Pretty Deadly. So like, you could have like Creeds go to Raw, Pretty Deadly to SmackDown, or vice versa. But
Yeah,
um, I don't know. I kind of like all three of these teams, to be honest. Like
I
my favorite is obviously Creeds,
yeah.
but I'm gonna I'm gonna discount them because I'm gonna say they're gonna get called up
Okay.
after. So definitely not Creed brothers. My heart says Gallus should retain, but like it
No,
would
don't fucking
be
tell me.
it would be really interesting to see Tony and Stacks as tag team champions.
I don't see any universe in which that happens. But yeah, I'm gonna discount Creeds because
Yeah.
I think they're going to the main. And I do not think in the slightest that the family will win. So I'm gonna
I
go right
could
out and say Gallus by default.
all right, so yeah, I'm gonna okay. I think I'm gonna say Gallus and then Gallus and the family continue the rivalry.
Yeah, like kind of one on one.
Yeah,
Either
they
I
go.
would do
Yeah, they do.
that or after Schism loses to Chase U, I'll have Schism move on to maybe feuding for the tag titles, like Fowler and fucking God knows who, the grizzled young veterans. Those
Yeah,
fucking two.
yeah.
Okay. I know them
Yeah,
as the grizzled young veterans.
yeah,
I want to see them as tag champs.
yeah. They could feud with Gallus, and then what's it called? Gacy could like maybe continue a feud with Bay, and then
Bait
uh,
and yeah.
yeah, Rain can just support them. Or if they really want to be bold, they could have Ava Rain be the next challenger for the NXT Women's title.
The
Uh,
second generation of rock. but
yeah.
uh
So yeah, as
yeah,
funny as okay, it would be funny if the family won, but I'm gonna say Gallus.
I'm saying Gallus. I'm being safe, and God knows what tag teams will come in the future.
Yeah.
Even though I do think Creed Brothers are going to SmackDown.
All right.
So that's that done. Next, I think the one match besides the main event that I'm really looking forward to: Wesley versus Dragon Lee, no relation, versus JD McDonough versus Ilya Dragunov versus one more person in a fatal five-way match for the NXT North American Championship. And this is fun because we get to guess the last guy, and then
All right.
of course who wins. So let's start off with guessing the last guy in this fatal five-way. Who do you
All
think?
right. Uh See, like, I don't know how many people are gonna be like in the battle royal, and I don't
Oh, they're
know
doing a
like
battle royal next week.
yes, yes. Next week, battle royal will be deciding the last person.
Okay.
Uh,
Nathan Frazier says Ryan. Not bad.
Yeah, I could see Frazier. So I think based on the implications given through last week, the only people I think that like are heavily implied for that are going to be in the battle royal are um what's it called? Axiom, Dijak, uh, Gender, um,
Gender. Oh fuck.
and what's his name? Tabakato.
Dabakato.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I forgot Commander Aziz is feuding with Apollo. Okay, well it's definitely not
So,
Dabakato.
well,
Um,
yeah. So I'm thinking Apollo will probably be in the battle royal too, if
I could definitely
Dabakato's.
see Apollo and Dabakato eliminate each other or
Yeah.
some shenanigans. Um,
Nathan, I could see Nathan being in the battle royal too.
I could see
Uh,
Von Wagner being in the
Von
battle royal.
Wagner, for, but yeah. So I think most likely, in my eyes at least, it's going to be Axiom.
Axiom. Bro,
Axiom.
that would be so sick
I
seeing
think
Axiom and
Axiom
Dragon Lee
deserves
together.
it. Yeah, I think Axiom deserves it most. Uh,
I love Dijak. I want him to be in there,
I
but I
would
know he's
also
not
love.
going to be.
Yeah, I wish, but I personally I would love Nathan. I mean, Axiom, Nathan Frazier or Dijak would be wins for me. I
My
would
top
love to
3,
see Dijak, but
oh, yeah.
I
My
think
top
I
3
think it's
would
gonna be
be
Axiom.
Dijak, Jinder, or Axiom.
Mm. I think Axiom deserves it so like most.
Yeah,
I think like if I discount that though, my personal pick would be Dijak. Um, next week wrestling week.
oh,
Let's
fuck.
go.
Yeah, next week is gonna
Next
be a
week's gonna be
grind.
crazy.
Oh my god. I cannot wait. Um, yeah, so, Axiom, let's say, is in the Fatal 5-Way.
Yeah.
Um, now who wins? It's fucking hard. There's a
It's
lot of
hard.
great guys in there. I saw the match graphic and I was like, "Oh my god, there's so many good people in there. I don't fucking know who." Safe options Wes Lee, but no,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is his time to lose the belt.
Yeah. I do have a personal pick. It
Okay.
is heavy bias because it involves my favorite uh member of the NXT roster. So I will be rooting for Ilya Dragunov.
See, that's a good pick too, but I also see it being JD McDonough.
I don't, because I think McDonough goes to main roster after
Y-
staying in
You
WWE.
see McDonough in the main roster?
Yeah, because
Hmm.
I this is like just a weird, like, sort of out of there, but like totally could work prediction. I think after after Mania weekend, McDonough goes to Raw as a new member of the Judgment Day.
Oh, that
Because Balor has confirmed after Mania, Judgment Day will expand.
I did see that.
Uh,
Dude,
so
JD McDonough's a
and he's
great
like
one.
rubbing his hands together. I'm like, oh boy.
Oh fuck,
I
that would
think
be so
McDonough.
sick.
I could see like McDonough and Balor being like tight.
Well, yeah, I mean they're both Irishmen. I think they had a
Yeah,
match together in NXT UK as well.
yeah, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, okay, JD McDonough's great. I
Yeah.
don't see them. I This could be a hot take. Obviously, they're not going to put the title on Dragon Lee right away. He's
No,
just there to
no.
do flippy floppy
Yeah.
fucking, good
Maybe
spots, maybe
like
set up the
they could
story.
like make a more of a rivalry with Wesley. Maybe have later on do a one-on-one with Wesley or with Axiom or something.
Dragon
But
Lee versus Axiom would be a good feud, I
that
think.
would be amazing. Yeah. But I do think, yeah, I don't think Dragon Lee wins it this early. But yeah, like if I had my way, uh, I would have. I think I would have Axiom win it, assuming
Mm,
he's the fifth member. Um, and then JD McDonough goes to Raw and joins Judgment Day,
that'd be
while
great.
Ilya Dragunov goes to SmackDown right into the IC title division. I'm sorry, I need Gunther versus Ilya again.
Gunther versus Ilya. Yeah, I completely understand you there. That is if Sheamus doesn't win at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I
Um.
mean Sheamus versus Ilya would be cool too. Even
Oh
Even
fuck it.
like Drew versus Ilya. Like Ilya
Even
has like
Butch versus Ilya.
Butch
That
versus Ilya. Yeah, like
would be fucking great.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think Ilya deserves to go to the main roster at this rate.
okay, so you're
Um
saying Axiom wins the title, correct? Axiom wins.
yeah, that's like my non-biased sort of
Yeah,
somewhat
I can understand that because
somewhat pick, but my
my
biased pick is Dragunov.
my bias is McDonough. I
Yeah,
know that's a hot take for some people, but
yeah.
my, like, unbiased, like, what I think will happen is Wesley retains,
I
even
could
though I
also
think
see
he should
Wesley
lose.
retaining. I think
Yeah.
he should probably lose it, but like it would elevate him so much if he retains.
Yeah, especially if he handpicks all these opponents and he beats them all.
Yeah.
That could really elevate him to, like, that final boss
Yeah.
stage, I
Um
think.
yeah,
Great fucking match.
yeah.
That's
Like
probably gonna be a match of the night.
yeah. Personally, I could understand if Dragonov ends up if they decide to put Dragonov to the main roster. I'll be happy, of course. Uh I
I
would
think
have
Tyler Bate goes to the main roster first. I think Bate
interesting.
needs to go. He's been there way too fucking long.
I would have preferred Dragonov winning the NXT title. Man, Halloween Havoc, bro. I, I'm still
Halloween
upset
Havoc.
about that.
I knew Braun was retaining at Halloween Havoc. I wanted
I
Cruz to win
wanted.
the NXT title. I wanted
Uh,
Apollo. I know
I
that's a hot
wanted.
pick.
I personally at Halloween Havoc, I really wanted Dragonov to win it because like he never lost his title. But
never
it's
lost the UK
okay.
title. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's okay if Dragunov stays behind in NXT for a little while longer. I'm totally fine with it because eventually we can get Carmelo versus Dragon.
Yes. Yes, I can't wait for that.
Carmelo versus Dragunov would be amazing. Uh,
Rayan says, I'm still disappointed in Dylan for choosing Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Oh my fucking god.
oh.
Dylan won't hear the end of it. I'll bet you when he does the Mania watch along, everyone's gonna be like, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. It wasn't the main event and you thought it was gonna be the main event. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
anyway, next match on the card. Probably gonna be the most predictable and maybe the bathroom break in this whole card. Fallon Henley and Kiana James defending the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship against Alba Fire and Ela Dawn in a tag team match.
0% chance the champions retain.
Yeah, I have no idea why they beat Chance and Carter anyway.
Unless for some wacky reason Fallon turns heel or Kiana turns face or both. What are they doing? They're like at each other's throats and like
I don't know. I remember their first promo since they won the titles. They were like arguing in the back for
hold
some
on.
odd fucking reason. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts while he's away. Alba Fire and Ela Dawn, I think, are like gonna be the OP women's tag team on NXT after
Sorry about
this.
that.
All good. I think I have 100% confidence that Alba
Yeah.
Fire and Ela Dawn win the tag team titles.
Yeah.
The only way I can see them losing, shenanigans.
Yep.
Shenanigans,
If
shenanigans, no matter
Fallon
what it is.
deliberately cheats, basically.
Pretty much feet on the ropes like how they won the titles at Vengeance
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
would be
could
the only way I could see them retaining.
yeah. I don't know if I can see that. Honest. I think Alba Fire Isla Dawn also. Honestly, yeah, I could I don't know how I've been feeling about Alba's heel turn lately, but her teaming up with Isla Dawn is interesting after
Yeah.
feuding with her. Like, I think things will definitely like pick up once they win the tag titles, and
Yeah, pretty much one of those
it should be
feuds where
more
it's like
clear.
yeah, pretty like one of those feuds where it's like I respect you, so I'm gonna team up with you or something like that. But yeah, no, I think we get new women's tag champs at the end of the
Yeah,
night. Uh, yeah. So next, Zoe Stark, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyria, and I think one more
one more,
person. One
one more.
more.
Yeah.
Indy Hartwell, Ivy Nile, or Sol Ruka in a ladder match. NXT Women's Title.
To me, this is also a bathroom break.
I don't know. Like the thing is, like I keep reading things saying that Roxanne is gonna be there. So it's like,
Yeah,
do
like
I see them adding her as the sixth woman and winning? Maybe.
hold on.
Like I keep reading something like then again it could be from good old Dave Meltzer, so it could just be bullshit. But
Sorry, I'm going off and on because
all good, all good, all good.
family keeps bothering me.
PW Insider reported Roxanne Perez is set to be at the NXT Stand and Deliver Premium Live
I
event.
don't know what they're gonna do with her, really. Like,
I don't know. I really see them putting her as a sixth woman and having her win.
I could see that, yeah. In which case, I think she has to win that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But let's say I'm gonna give my quick thoughts. But let's say if Roxanne isn't the last woman, then I'm giving this to well, I think the fifth woman is Sol Ruka, 100%.
Yeah,
So you get the big
especially with the
spot
hype.
woman. The hype
Yeah,
that she's getting to, holy
yeah.
fuck.
She's good. Yeah, she's really good.
I can't stop looking at highlights of her on the internet because it's
Yeah,
just all over the fucking place. So
yeah,
Soruka's the fifth woman for me, and if
yeah,
Roxanne's not in the match, I'm giving this to Gigi fucking Dolan.
yeah. Yeah, if what's it called? If Roxanne's not, maybe they'll do like, oh, they'll do the ladder match, and then like after the ladder match, Roxanne comes out and says, "I didn't lose my title, so you're fighting me now."
Yeah,
I could see it. Yeah, if Roxanne is not like at all inserted into the match, uh, it has to be Gigi.
I
Um,
think Gigi deserves a
it,
solo or
it,
her solo moment.
yeah, like it has to be Gigi because I like no one else really. I don't think it makes sense to put on anyone else. Like Zoe will probably.
Tiffany Stratton has an insane hype around her.
I don't under. I think it's a little bit too much because she just came back, uh, and I think it's a little too early. Maybe later on, I could see it, but I don't like her first big match being, and she wins the title. Like, no, that doesn't sit right with me.
I think
Uh,
Gigi deserves it 100%. That's my pick. No matter, well, actually, if Roxanne's in the match, Roxanne wins.
yeah,
Roxanne isn't, Gigi Dolan.
yeah, yeah, and I do think Zoe ends up also getting called up to the main roster,
Oh, really?
possibly.
You got a
Yeah,
lot of main roster predictions.
yeah, I think that, yeah, I think they're gonna do a bit of call ups. Zoe, I think, was one of those names of call ups. Cause like Zoe is Zoe's good. Yeah, she could probably
Oh, yeah.
fit in the main roster. Um, what's it called? Regarding now, I could see now if they want to do like a wacky like curveball moment thing, they could have like, and like stick to the whole like young like people trend. I could maybe see them doing like Lyra into a feud with Roxanne.
I don't know.
There
Nah,
is
I don't see that.
yeah, there is one more name that I'm like completely confused what's going on with her because we have heard nothing, and there's like she's been completely gone.
Cora
We're like,
Jade.
where is Cora? What happened to the feud between Lyra and Cora? I'm thinking maybe like Cora comes out and costs Lyra the title.
I have no clue. Like, I
I
was
could
shocked
see
that Cora
that.
was in none of the qualifying matches.
Yeah, like
I would
Cora's
have
like
picked her
nowhere.
instead of Lyra.
Yeah, she's like nowhere in sight for like the past like month, basically.
Yeah.
Like since before Vengeance Day, I think.
She must have an undisclosed injury or something. But I
Yeah,
feel like they would have announced it if
yeah.
she was injured, but
I think maybe she comes, but unless they're also planning for her to go to the main roster instead of maybe Zoe.
I don't
Uh,
know. Because Zoe, I don't think she's ready. I don't know about you. Is Zoe
I don't
ready?
know.
I don't see it.
I feel like they could go for it because so like even Waller like said like, oh, Zoe, like because like Zoe has gone to the Royal Rumble, she's good, I can see them like putting her with like, yeah, I could see it maybe, but if
Okay.
they're like planning Cora instead or something, then I'm cool with it.
All
Sure.
right. So next match, Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller. 1-on-1. Could be an unsanctioned match.
Most likely will be an unsanctioned
Most
match.
likely will be because the contract.
Yeah,
Um, give it a Vic Joseph. So who comes out on top here?
Johnny.
You think John? I think it's Waller because
No,
I think
I
it's gonna
don't.
be Waller to set him up because I think he stays in NXT and Johnny Gargano will stay as a fucking loser It just fucking loses all the time. I've just lost complete faith in Gargano, especially after he lost to Dominic Mysterio clean on
Yeah, that
Raw.
was so weird. I'm because Waller was supposed to be like technically you could say oh he was still recovering from like the whole like assault thing because he was like bandaged up and
Yeah,
everything
it was attacked at his house.
at his house. Yeah, and they said Waller was at Raw and we didn't see Waller at all.
I was watching that entire match, just looking everywhere, waiting for Waller
Yeah,
because
I
I
was
heard those
thinking like
reports.
yeah, and I was thinking okay maybe they're like planning like some backstage like assault thing, but no.
Nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. That was so weird. I, but I do know after Mania, Johnny will get a proper like push and groove thing. Um,
Oh, Zero News said Grayson Waller was at Raw. Well, that explains a lot.
no, I think I think it was Meltzer, honestly, but I don't know.
Meltzer's become like the bullshit of
Meltzer,
wrestling news too. I think he's fallen off a
Meltzer,
lot
yeah,
recently.
it's more so like his company one. WON is more of the bullshit, like the employees and stuff, like the other reporters
Yeah,
at WON. Meltzer has been like half half. Like, well, when it comes to stuff like Alexa, him and WON have been complete fake news. Um,
yeah. I don't
but
know what's
so,
been
but
going on with them. They used to
yeah,
be like the undisputed like news source, and now it seems to be
I
going to Fightful, and I don't
yeah.
even believe them half of the time.
Yeah, I like. I feel personally. I feel like I'm starting to think like WWE is like feeding Meltzer like fake information.
Mm-mm. I wouldn't be surprised, really.
Yeah. But no, I could see like oh maybe they just like did a hold on.
But yeah, I honestly say Waller, 100%. Um, that really puts him on like huge NXT title contention. I think Gargano stays on the main roster
I
and loses.
okay. So regarding so yeah, maybe they just were planning on using Waller and then they're like, you know what,
They were
like
probably
last
like,
second.
nah, last minute.
Yeah. Um, regarding the unsanctioned match, I think Johnny like has to win. I think he
I think if
first of all
Johnny
he need
wins, keep him on NXT.
no no absolutely not no um no I mean no he deserves to be on the main roster. I think personally, I think it's just a matter of like after Mania. I think with this win, he could like properly get like groove into proper like push. It would be like a nice like transition into, and it starts with a win against Waller. Um,
Okay. I really seem to
so
be in the minority here. A lot of people are saying Johnny.
I also another reason that I say Johnny is because I believe Grayson Waller will also get called up to the main roster
Mm.
because I could see him losing and being like, "I'm sick of this," and then he leaves NXT.
I could see either Waller quitting NXT or Michaels firing him for losing. And
Yeah,
then, he
yeah,
shows up on Raw
yeah. I don't
and
think
gets a
he
contract.
like. Well, it's not gonna be like for losing, but he's gonna like lose and then he's gonna like
He's gonna lose his
whine
shit on
about it.
Shawn Michaels, yeah.
Yeah, I,
Probably push him and fucking beat his ass or something.
yeah. Waller has been really begging for that firing, bro.
He's been like losing his shit. Waller's
Part
been
of
hell of entertaining though.
yeah, he is. Uh, I think I saw on the internet like people saying like, Grayson Waller is better Austin Theory, and I'm like, you know what? That's not even a hot take.
That's
Like,
not a hot take, but
I mean,
anyone's really
Theory
better
is
than
getting.
Austin Theory.
I mean, Theory is getting better, and I'm actually feeling better watching Theory now. But Waller
He
is
used to be
just
so unbearable, Austin
yeah.
Theory.
Oh yeah. Oh, Vince. But yeah, Waller just basically is so much better. But part of
Yeah,
me, still that Matt, like the fact that we got Johnny coming back to deal with Waller, I did not expect that. I actually thought they were gonna have Dragon Lee come and beat up
Dragon Lee
Waller.
versus Grayson Waller.
Yeah, because he was talking shit to Waller too. I'm like, okay, I can see this. And then
Yeah.
Johnny comes out of nowhere. I'm like, what?
How
Uh,
come I genuinely thought that they were gonna pull Shawn Michaels versus Grayson Waller?
uh,
I thought
because
that I thought that a little bit.
yeah, HBK was getting a little tense, and um, that last match of his with Hunter and
And
Taker came.
Kane
Oh,
trash.
Saudi show and Vince, let's go.
Yeah, hopefully Hunter could book his best friend better.
Maybe.
Joking.
Uh, so yeah, I do say Johnny just to transition his groove back to help his
Okay.
main roster run after Mania,
I
and
say
then
Waller because to help his NXT run, I think. And
yeah,
maybe I would have DIY come back when Champa recovers from his injury.
Champa would. I do miss Champa at this rate. Yeah, I would like to see that. Now,
Main event
main
time.
event. Oh boy,
Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes in a singles match for the NXT Championship.
this is gonna be a good match. And while the answer is obvious, I'm still gonna love it.
What's your answer?
Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, yeah, because it's
He is
obvious
yeah.
Braun Breaker is going to the
He's
main
going up. Yep.
roster.
I
Yeah.
need
Out of
match.
anybody else that you have said to go to the main roster, Braun Breaker is obviously number one
One
on
yes, one hundred
who I
percent.
believe.
Braun is going the main roster. Um, and I would personally send him to Raw.
Me too. I think he'd be
Yeah,
great over there.
yeah. Also because like I've been noticing like all the like really good like male picks have been going to SmackDown lately,
Yeah.
while all the good female picks have been going to
Going to
Raw. And I'm
Raw.
like, no, time to change.
Put all the males over on fucking Raw. We really only have Cody over there and KO. Like,
Yeah,
put it all over there. But Carmelo deserves it, man.
Carmelo deserves it. Yes.
All the shit he's been doing the past 2 years is insane.
The
Um
question then becomes like who he fights first for the like
oh Mello. Ooh, who would I have him fight? Oh, there's a lot of options. Um I would say Waller.
hmm. Well, I'm
Waller.
not gonna say that because I assume Waller is going to main roster as well.
I really don't think. But give me Bobby Lashley versus Braun. That's a good one.
Oh my god.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I also saw like some like or something of like an interview or something. I don't know. Someone said it. Some like legend I think said it, but um they said Braun Breaker should be the one to retire Brock Lesnar.
That's not a bad pick.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, no, I totally believe it.
yeah.
Braun Breaker. Oh, who else would I have him face? I would have Braun versus definitely Drew McIntyre.
100%. Yeah. I mean, another thing I like, especially recent news, um, it's a little unfortunate that now Goldberg is finally a free agent.
It's great. Get him off my TV screen. Fuck Goldberg.
And like he was saying, like, oh, I deserve a retirement match. I actually like somewhat agree with him because I wanted Goldberg versus Braun.
I didn't. Goldberg's retirement match should have been WrestleMania 33 against Brock Lesnar. He had that big retirement speech with his son,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, it
Yeah,
wasn't really a retirement speech, it was like a farewell.
yeah.
And then Saudi came calling for good old Goldberg. And then he almost kills The Undertaker 2 weeks later. Like,
And
I don't
then
want to see him anywhere near those fucking. I don't want him nowhere near WWE again. I don't want to see him nowhere near AEW. He will kill somebody.
I personally think I could see Tony picking Goldberg to
I could definitely see Tony picking him. He'll be like, "Oh my god, Goldberg! I can't wait."
if Goldberg does go to AEW, I mean I personally I think his first like opponent is like obvious. Um
MJF.
no.
They'll shoot him straight for
Absolutely.
world title. Watch.
No. Uh no, I think his first okay, so I had an idea of cooking, but basically it would be uh involving this would be a hypothetical scenario involving double or after double or nothing. Since most likely the main event of that would be the Pillar Four Way.
Yeah.
Um,
Power subs, not bad.
so funny idea that could happen. Darby wins that,
No.
and then Goldberg comes out and like is like talking trash to Darby, and
He's
then
gonna kill Darby.
no, not Darby. He's not fighting Darby.
Oh no!
Sting.
Don't fuck no,
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 I think
no.
Sting could probably. I
Oh,
think
I
it would
think
make
Sting
sense to
would
fight
do. I
Sting.
think Sting would do great, but I
Yeah,
mean Goldberg, no.
I
Uh,
no, I think it could.
Wardlow,
Wardlow or Joe would also be like a
Joe.
main.
Oh, I want to see
Would be
Samoa
like
Joe.
big,
The
big
big fantasy
choice.
match for me was Goldberg 20 years ago versus current day Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
Again, great. I don't want him near no title though. I don't
yeah.
want Goldberg near no title. I don't want him anywhere really. He shouldn't be wrestling no more.
Actually, I have a funny idea. Actually, there is one other person that absolutely makes sense. Given all that his wait, oh, the never mind. They're not. He's not actually part of the roster. Okay.
Were you gonna say someone like CM Punk or something?
No, 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 no. Just for like it's probably because there's like a legend deal with WWE, but I would have said for the funny history, Goldberg versus Bret Hart. They just kill each
Bret Hart fucking pulls up. You kicked me in the head, motherfucker.
other.
I will never forgive you for that.
And then they
God, the
just
amount of times he said in interviews, I will never forgive Goldberg for what he did to me, that cocksucker. Oh my
oh
god.
my god.
Main event, double or nothing. Bret Hart versus Goldberg. Fuck
Oh
you,
my
four pillars.
god. But yeah,
Oh, I'm definitely clipping that. Oh my god.
yeah. Stand and deliver. That wow,
That
this is fun.
concludes the Stand and Deliver predictions. We're
Yeah,
going very off track.
yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
but no, that's fine. But yeah, that concludes our predictions. Thank you so much for everybody who's been participating in the predictions. Um, this is going to be a great show, all in all, no matter what
Yeah,
happens.
100%.
Card is absolutely stacked. It's filled with great matches. I have very high expectations for this card, and it's shocking coming from an NXT event, really.
Mm.
But yeah, Mania week, holy fuck, it's
I
gonna be
can't
absolutely
wait,
stacked.
especially with the recent news that have been revealed. And
Randy Orton
Randy is
coming
coming
back?
back.
Question mark. Either at
Somehow.
WrestleMania or the Raw after Mania. I think they said.
Uh,
Because if he was coming back at WrestleMania, I don't really know where he'd be back for.
they said they would have him be brought to LA for WrestleMania weekend. So
Yeah, so he'd probably
they
like.
and like they said at least he'll be in attendance at the
Yeah,
very least. So I'm like, okay. I feel like the safe bet is like
Hall of Fame.
not
Safe bet,
even.
Hall of
Yeah, I
Fame.
mean, yeah, he could, but I could also see other than that. Uh, I see night two ends with Cody winning. Uh,
Cody and Randy feud would be
and then
fucking great.
Randy comes out
I can.
immediately after.
I
Well,
would
not
love that.
immediately after. Give Cody like a minute of celebration.
At least a minute, man.
Yeah, and then
Or you
just
have
as they're
voices hit.
about to,
You have
yeah.
his theme hit, cuts to a cliffhanger. That would piss everybody off.
Oh God, no.
But yeah, so that yeah. Thanks so much for the predictions. Thank you. How do you pronounce your name again? Wolferus.
Well, Ferris, yeah.
Wolferus for hopping on. And this has been it. So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, turn those post notifications on, especially for WrestleMania week. And yeah, this has been it. So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Enjoy Dynamite if you're one of those people. And yeah, this
Like
has been it.
apparently it's starting off with Darby and Sting and uh, Cassidy fighting Butcher Blade and Kip Sabian. Have fun with that.
Oh, so not a good match. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have time
What?
to piss.
Wait, what? No. No, that's totally a good match.
I don't know. I don't really like the booking of those shows. Not gonna
Uh,
lie.
I
But
mean, Sting, Darby, and Orange Cassidy will make it.
yeah, they're obviously gonna win. But
True.
yeah. So thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
This has been it. Thanks for watching. Be good people and peace.